What's up, everybody? Pickle here. I don't know why I said that. I never introduced myself like that. But anyway, how's it going? What's going on? I'm going to make another collection video today. I haven't got a chance to stream in like a couple weeks because my internet has been something's wrong with it, and I'm kind of itching to make some kind of video or do something. But the other day I was talking to a buddy of mine, Jer, and shout out to Jer. He was talking about how he's a big Godzilla fan, and we started talking about it in his stream. And yeah, we started talking about it and started sharing some of the stuff that we own, Godzilla related. So I decided I was gonna make a collection video of my Godzilla stuff, because I've collected Godzilla stuff for many years. I'm not like a super collector, and the past I'd say, anywhere from like probably the past like at least 6-7 years, I have slowed down on my Godzilla collecting quite a bit, almost to zero. I just don't really buy a ton of Godzilla stuff anymore, other than like if one of the new Toho movies comes out, I'll get that, and maybe a few other things here and there, but I haven't gone crazy like I used to. But I've acquired a ton of Godzilla stuff over the years, and yeah, it'll be a lot like the video game collection videos, basically the same format. And I'm just gonna walk through and kind of try to show you guys my whole Godzilla collection, and try to get to everything if I can remember, because honestly I have a ton of Godzilla stuff. I actually have quite a bit, and I don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to try to see if I can make sure I cover everything I got. But I probably will miss something, because I just have a ton of small stuff, just here and there that I've picked up over the years, so I'm going to cover movies and some comic books and toys, things like that, and just kind of show off what I have. None of the stuff that I know of is super crazy collectible or anything like that. It's just everything I've acquired over the years. So yeah, hope you find that interesting. If you're into Godzilla stuff, you'll probably find it interesting. If not, I don't know. But let's go check out the collection and kind of just talk about everything. All right, just to start off, here's a couple Godzilla posters that I have. These are just like reprints, they're nothing rare, anything like that. But there's just prints of artwork that I like, that I've gotten over the years. I need to fix that frame. That's kind of a cheap frame or whatever. But this one's kind of nice. It's like from the first movie, I believe. Yeah, from the first movie. And this is my favorite Godzilla artwork. I know it originally from the second game on NES. I don't know if that's originally what it's from, but this is my favorite artwork of all time from Godzilla. And I found a print of it. Took me a long time, but I found a really nice HD print of it online. So I really love this one. It's one of my favorite ones. Before I get into more posters, this here is like a record that this was a gift my dad got me for like Christmas once. I think it's for people on Etsy and things like that would make these and cut these like records out to be like artwork. He got this for me, and you can see it's Godzilla silhouette there with a city in the back and all that and everything. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a real clock too. I mean, these are kind of neat. They put a battery in them and set them and they just go. It's a real clock. It's pretty neat. But that's just one of the other little things I have that hangs up. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat actually. I think it's nice. It seems like from the shape, this is like trying to be the new American Godzilla, the most recent one, just because kind of his shape, how bulky he is. But I think it's pretty cool. It's a neat little. This is a trend. People make these out of a lot of things, or make these into a lot of different things. So it's pretty neat though. Right here, you can't totally see it. It's behind this my little TV setup thing I have here, but kind of hard to see. But basically, what this is a poster of the first issue of Fangoria, which had Godzilla on the cover to celebrate his. I think it was like the 30th anniversary or 25th anniversary, something like that, of Godzilla. I can't totally remember, but yeah, it was the very first issue, and I got this poster out of I want to say it was the 100th issue of Fangoria, or maybe the 200th or something like that. It was some sort of special edition. It was some sort of special like milestone issue of Fangoria. I used to buy Fangoria like every payday or whenever a new issue would come out when I worked at the video store. I used to work at a video store that had magazines and books and things like that too. You know, it was an entertainment store, but primarily a video store, and that's where a lot of this my stuff came from. But anyway, this actually came out of the magazine. You can see the fold there. You know, I was very careful when taking it out because I really didn't want to. I don't like damaging them and and all that. But yeah, that is one of my favorite things that I own. Actually, come out of the Fangoria magazine, and it's just a cover of the first issue, which is one thing I like. And right here, I have a bunch of these. Sorry for the glare, but these were a gift from a friend that I worked with. He got me all of these individual, and I think I'm actually going to take this down. I don't fully like how this looks. I'm going to change this up some if I'm being if I'm being 100 here. But basically, what this is these are supposed to be different covers of Godzilla movies from different regions, right? Like some of these are like a Japanese cover, one of them is like Italian, one of them is, it's just all these like different regions covers of specific Godzilla movies. They have different titles and things like that. I don't know what all region each one is, but that's basically what these are. I find that really interesting, but they're all individuals, and I didn't have room to make them all in their individual frames, so I tried putting them all in one big frame, and I kind of hate how it looks. I really don't like how this looks, and I haven't for a while. I'm probably going to change this up because I plan on doing I plan on changing a lot of these posters up for Lucy stuff. So like art, I'm wanting to buy more like actual original art work from artists, and particularly like Lucy themed if I can. And I'm gonna start hanging more of that up. So, but I do still like these and everything like that. I think it's pretty cool. Check that out. Anyway, so yeah, that's what these are, and these are all really neat. I think one of my favorites being the Smog Monster, or Hedorah. That's probably my favorite monster other than Godzilla. Like, I love Godzilla, but as far as the people he fights, I think Hedorah is my favorite. I just like how he's a big puddle of slime. It's really cool. But these are really neat. I always like these. Very cool. You guys like Godzilla too? Yeah, you guys enjoy him. I don't blame you. Of course, I got this little copy of Godzilla Unleashed here. I had Godzilla Saves the Earth and Destroy All Monsters at one point. I'm not sure totally what happened to them, but this is one of my favorite games. This is one of the best Godzilla games, these Battle Royale ones. So, of course I got some Godzilla video games, and I'll touch on the ones that I got. But bro, these are too much fun. They hold up very well, in my opinion. Just a lot of good Monster Bash type of fun. If you never played them, they're definitely worth checking out. A lot of fun. You get a lot of your classic monsters, a lot of your favorites in these games. So here, let's get into a couple toys here. Sorry about the lighting. I'll try to get this a little bit better. I have two of these. These are basically those little they're penny banks, basically, your coin banks. You put in, and I have two of them. Here's one with like the baby Godzilla. This one here, which is essentially like the same thing, but it's more, I think. No, he actually is supposed to be like the baby Godzilla in this one actually too. But the actual toy itself is slightly like different. It's not the exact same. You'll notice it's kind of like slightly different. Maybe it isn't. Actually, now that I'm seeing it, I thought it was. The only difference really is like you can notice one of them is in English and one of them isn't, right? But that's kind of like the label on the front is different, but the essentially the toy is the same. You put the coin like right there, and his hand comes out, and his paw comes out, he grabs it and he takes it under, and I got two of these. I think they were both for Christmas once. I got one for Christmas one year and one the next year. Let me get this out of the way. So yeah, that was these are really neat. I like these little toys. This one's actually still in the box. I have that now. The other one's downstairs, not quite hooked up or anything like that, but I think they're really cool. And then we have some little like figurines here. I can't fully remember where I got these. I believe I had bought these off of eBay. I found somebody selling like these as a group, just a bunch of them for cheap. I mean, they're not like the most detailed or quality, you know, toys, but they're funny. You know, I think they're a little neat. They're just nice for, you know, if you want a bunch of little small like displayed figurines. Some of them are a lot nicer, like Gigan here, or Mecha Gigan here. It looks really nice. You know, he looks great. But then you got like that weird Godzilla that looks, you know, like that one. He just kind of doesn't look great. He's a little too green. And then you got these, you know, when he's like having his nuclear meltdown. You know, here's one, Mecha Godzilla. It's kind of funny how he's just standing like that. So yeah, there's some pretty funny ones. They even threw in Zilla, the like first American, you know, Matthew Broderick movie. Even threw him. They're nice. I mean, I like these little guys. You know, I think these are a nice little addition. You know what I mean? They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. So that's just a few little toys I got. I also have a lucky Godzilla foot right there. I keep that on. I don't know what that came off of, but I got it one time, and I used to have it hanging on like my mirror in my car. It was like you know, like where you put it up on the dash or whatever. So I got that thing. I thought it was pretty cool. But this is just a few little toys. I have a lot more. Let me show you. So here's a few other ones. These are, some of these I don't even remember where I got. I got this bust from, I'm not sure where I got this from. They're a little dusty. I kind of set them up and I don't touch them. I need to dust them more. But and you'll notice that I also, these, you know, don't have a box. I actually am kind of the type of toy collector who, when I buy one, I don't really take them out of the package. I keep them in their box usually. No, these are not like that, and that's because I got these like secondhand. Oops. Like I go to vintage stock or different toy stores, and they'd be in like a bin, a bargain bin or something. Then I'd pick some up. You know what I mean? But usually if I get them in a box, I don't really like opening the box. Yes, I am that kind of person when it comes to collecting toys, but I usually I'm going to display them anyway. I'm not going to play with them and tear them up, so I don't see the point in, even if I'm just going to display them anyway, I don't see the point in with the box. But we'll get to that though in a moment. I'll get to those. I have this one here. This is like my favorite version of Godzilla, actually, like that sort of new Millennium Godzilla where you had the purple like spikes and all that and everything. This is like my favorite version of him. I got this, pretty cool. And then I got another one of him having like his meltdown, which is awesome. I kind of really like these. These are just some pretty common toys, not super detailed, but just fun little figurines. Like I said, I don't go super ham on figurines in general usually, unless it's a collection that I'm really in love with and I really want to like. I don't mind spending a little bit more money on a toy, like my Lucy collection, right? Like I'm fine with getting Lucy dolls if they're, you know, a little harder to find, and I'll spend a little money on those. But here's another. Oh, this is Mecha Gigan. I'm sorry, that last one was just a regular Gigan, wasn't it? This is the Mecha Gigan because he got the big upgrade. This is Gigan from Final Wars, which is one of my favorite Godzilla movies. But this is definitely him from Final Wars. That was a great scene. But anyway, yes, this one's really cool. I like that one a lot. He's a little hard to stand up, honestly. He's a little top heavy, but I like him a lot. And oh, and this one here. This was actually this little guy. I got at a tournament recently. It was a Tekken tournament. They had this thing where they were like. It wasn't just a Tekken tournament, it was also just like an event, like an expo, and they had all these things you could do, and if you go play these games or do certain things, you would get like rewarded points, and basically at the end, I used my points and got this. So this was a cute little, very cute Godzilla stuffed plushie, and I like him a lot. He's one of my favorites I got, but that's where he came from, but I like him. He's pretty cool. I think he's dope, actually. Check him out, look at his face. But anyway, yeah, that's where he came from. So this is some more of my like open toys without the boxes and everything, just kind of free like out in the open. I kind of put these on my TV and everything. Okay, so here's some more of my Godzilla stuff here. A few things here. Obviously, you see the VHS, but let's focus on the toys for now. This is a better example of how I normally keep my Godzilla toys when I buy them, or just any toys really. But you can see here I got a few that are completely, they're still in their box. I've never really opened them, and these seem to be from the new Godzilla movie, I think, because they were on sale. They were getting pretty cheap. These aren't actually. These are toys. Those are before that movie came out. But these two are specifically for that new Godzilla. The who did that movie? What was the studio that did that? Anyway, the new one that had Bryan Cranston in it for 10 minutes, whatever. But which I did not like those, but I still think they're cool toys and everything. I never opened them. And this one opens his mouth. Let me try to get a better look here. But yeah, these are really neat. I like those a lot. And then these were pretty common for a little while. You can kind of see my other, you can see kind of my other collections. I got Lucy, just like some VHS tapes, and you can kind of see I have a lot of these like micro collections of stuff like Chaplin and all this. But anyway, so these are two. This is a Space Godzilla and like a regular Godzilla here. The Fusion series. It says Fusion series right there, which means they kind of sparkle. They have a kind of a glow to them or whatever, a different kind of color texture. But they're really cool. I like these a lot. I bought quite a few of these back in the day. I don't know where all of them are, but I think that one Godzilla I showed you back there was actually a Fusion series Godzilla. So yeah. All right, now these are still in box too, and these are from the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. That was the sequel. This was the sequel to the American one with Bryan Cranston or whatever. And as you can see, I just got these at Walmart, like $4. They were on clearance, so this was a steal. You know what I mean? Like, it really was. Even if I don't like the movie, I really still like the toys and everything. So yeah, I thought this was a really good deal for a nice, toy, these toys, figurines and all that or whatever. And this is King Ghidorah, and I think he's really cool. Comes with cities and everything. Really neat, And then here I have a Rodan, which is arguably even cooler. I think I like the Rodan a lot. He's got big wings and everything. But this is the same deal at Walmart for $4 on clearance. I mean, killer deal, right? So these I haven't opened either, both of these, and I like these a lot. These are pretty dope, even, they look really neat. I kind of like I definitely like the design choice for that movie at the very least. I mean, that's kind of what he looks like in the movie, so these are pretty cool. I like these a lot. All right, and this here is one of the little toys that I have. It's actually, well, it's not a toy, it's actually a lighter. It's a butane lighter. You put the butane right in here. He doesn't have any, but you pull this little handle down here and you can hear it click. He doesn't have any in it, but when you do, it would be a torch, not just a flame, but like a torch, like a beam, it would like shoot out. And yeah, it was a really cool little lighter. This is a gift from another really big Godzilla fan. It was from a guy who was a really important guy in my life. I worked with him, and he was really cool. He gave me that, and he was a big Godzilla fan as well. But yeah, so that's another little toy. And I guess while we're here, since it's right here, I'll mention this. Let me get this out of the way. But right here is Super Godzilla on the Super Nintendo. Liz got this for me. I don't own a Super Nintendo. I have a Super Famicom, but I don't own a Super Nintendo. But it doesn't matter. I'm not really, she got it for me because she knows I collect Godzilla stuff. I didn't really want to play it that much. I know how the game works, and all that, and I have played it before. But anyway, still got a little wrap for when I bought it from. She got it from the game store. But I love this Super Godzilla. Just another one of those. There's so many Godzilla. There's so many Godzilla video games out there. So, but that's one of them right there. And I like it. Speaking of Godzilla games, I got Godzilla on NES here, which is a pretty famous one. I think a lot of people remember this one. Not the best game. It's kind of like Godzilla chess. Like, there's this weird hexagon, like battle, grid that you move your characters on, and then you engage in combat, and it goes into stages. I don't think people like this game very much. It wasn't great, but there it is. And then Godzilla 2, which is the first one I own and the first Godzilla game I played. I actually really love this. There's that artwork again, see? Beautiful game. And this one actually apparently is not very common. I didn't know that for a long time. I've had this most of my life. It was actually purchased at, like you can see, I kept the tags on there because my grandma bought me this. That little tag there, I've talked about these before in my collection, my game collection videos, how that video store that was like super important to me because it's the one that my grandma would take me to all the time. This was one of those games that came from that video store that she bought for me. She bought me several games from that store. But this is one of them, and I love it. This is actually like it's like a strategy game that I don't know if a lot of people like it, but I loved it. I think it's actually a really cool game, but I think this is a little pricey. I don't know for sure. And last time I looked it up, I don't look up my games like value often, because like I mentioned before, like I'm not gonna sell it, so I don't really care. But I think I did know that this one is a little more uncommon, so it might be a little bit pricey actually. Speaking of pricey, there is a Godzilla game on PS4 that was not a great game. I didn't think it was that good of a game, but I owned it, and I bought it when it first came out, paid full price for it, did not like it, but I kept it because I collect Godzilla stuff. You notice that it is not on the shelf here. I'm not sure what happened to that game. It's not very like in character of me to just sell a Godzilla thing for my collection. Like, even if I don't like the game, I still collect it. I don't really sell games, any games that I dislike, unless I have like maybe duplicates or whatever. So I don't know what happened to that game. I don't know if it got lost or what. I don't remember ever selling it, but I don't have it now. And that game, I'll just show this. Yeah, so I'm not too happy about that because I don't think I'm ever going to get that one back again. And that's another example of, I had no idea that it was that expensive. Like, I didn't know that. I bought it when it came out. I put it on my shelf and forgot about it. And apparently, for whatever reason, that thing is like, there's no, like, people try selling it for hundreds of dollars. I had no idea. I didn't actually know that. You know what? I didn't actually know that until I went to a game store that had one behind the counter, and they had a $400 price tag on it. And I almost shit myself going, I was like, what the fuck? Since when? Like, why? When did that happen? But yeah, and then I come back and I was like, well, thank God I got my own copy. And then I come back and look for my copy to find it, and it's gone. And I have no idea what the hell happened to it. So, yeah, that sucks. Okay, let's talk about VHS for a second here. These are the Godzilla movies I have on VHS. I feel like I've maybe had more at one point, but this is a really weird one. It's just like recorded off TV, but I found it. I don't know why I'm keeping that one, but this is the original Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's like the American version. Mecha Godzilla. These aren't in any order or anything like that. But the thing about the VHS copies is, for a while, I don't think it's like this now, I think that you can get all the movies on DVD or Blu-ray. But at the time, for the longest time, there were certain ones that never got outside of VHS because I guess some of the rights were tied up or something like that. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, so it was kind of hard. Like, for example, Godzilla vs. Megalon, I could never find that on DVD or Blu-ray or anything. It was like it was only VHS I could find it. There was a couple of them that there were no DVDs of them. It was weird, you know. Another one was where is it? It was Monster Island or Destroy All Monsters or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but anyway, it was another one that I could never find on DVD. So some of these I had to get on Blu-ray, but I know for a fact this one, for the longest time, I could never find it on DVD. You just couldn't find it. You know what I mean? So that was the only way to get it. Godzilla vs. Megalon right there. And these are all like the dubbed versions too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you kind of like didn't have a whole lot of options for those specific movies, you know what I mean? So these are the VHS I have. I still like finding them on VHS every once in a while. You can find a ton of different releases because some of these are like, I think some of them may be public domain, so they can like,
you know, some of the more oddball ones, or they're just easy as hell to get the rights to, I guess. I don't know, but you can find these all the time. Like the Good Times release, for example. Good Times always like release like public domain movies, you know, so they're easy to find. You can find Good Times releases for Godzilla movies and stuff like that, you know, like yeah, Megalon. See, Megalon might just be a public domain one or something. I don't know. But anyway, but these are the VHS tapes that I currently have, and I kind of stopped buying, because you can see I got duplicates. I got to the point where I was buying them and not remembering which ones I already had, so I didn't like that. I don't like doing that when I start getting duplicates, because I'm getting out of hand with it, you know. Okay, let's talk about comic books. I have quite a few, you know, comic book series that I'm into. I'm not going to get into the whole comic book collection in general, but let's talk about Godzilla comic books, because I have quite a few of those. So let's see. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna start with Gangsters and Goliaths. So I didn't like follow. I'm real bad at falling out of comic series, depending on what it is, especially Godzilla, because there's so many of them, right? Focus. And so here's a couple. This one is IDW Godzilla. Like some of these I might have first issues of, because I may have just came across them. Like this one I just came across. I don't even know if it was new when I bought it, but I just went ahead and picked it up. It looked cool, you know. Some of these you know, dude, I have such collector brain. Sometimes I try to read all the things that I collect, like comic book wise, but I'm so bad at always reading them. Sometimes I just collect them. Like these, I probably just came across this somewhere in like probably a pawn shop or like a thrift store, and I picked it up. I'm not even sure what series this is. It's issue 3, you know, but it was probably like $1. So I was like, okay, I'll pick it up, you know. Gangsters and Goliaths was one that I was actively reading when it came out. This was a really cool series. I still have this one. I got 2 different issue. Here's issue 1, like 2 different covers, because they would do multiple covers, which one of these you're going to see I got. I went crazy on the first issue covers. There's Gangsters and Goliaths, Volume 3. And this one here is an older one I came across. I never, this is a release, I think reprint. Maybe it's an original, I'm not sure, but this one I never really got into. It was just one that I came across. It was an older Godzilla series, and I went ahead and just picked it up for the collection. Okay, Kingdom of Monsters is the one we're going to talk about here. Bro, this is this right here, I remember being like, it had been a while, I think. I don't remember there being a ton of Godzilla comic books or whatever, but it seemed like this was like kind of a big return. Maybe it was the first one IDW did. I have no idea, but it seemed like it was a big return for Godzilla into comics, is what it seemed like. And because of that, they went ham on the different covers. So let me just adjust. Hold on one second. We had comics around this video store, and you know, we had the comics there, but I didn't see a whole lot of Godzilla, if not any at all. I never saw it. So when this came out, I was very excited. Now this one, what they did was they had, I want to say 52 different unique covers, I think. 52, 53. Some of them were slight changes. For example, you see he's crushing a Hastings. That was the video store I worked at. That was the name of it. Right? So, bro, they had so many like deals with ones that it was like a comic book store or a video store or whatever, the place that sold these, and there was a cover of his foot crushing all of the different ones. And this, I got this one because this was the place that I worked. Like that was the video store I worked at. So they had a ton of them, and I could even open you up, show you one. Like even the local comic book store near me, not in the town that I live in, but the closest local one that everybody goes to. It's just one store. It's just our local comic book store. Even it had its own unique cover of Godzilla crushing it. So it was super sick. I mean, it's dope as hell. That was the issue 1 cover, and here's another issue 1 of the same one. This is a different cover variant, which I thought was cool. I have this one here that was a 100 cover charity spectacular. Maybe it was 100 covers. Never mind. Maybe I got that wrong. Yeah, see, there it is. Look. Featuring all 100 covers created for Godzilla issue 1. Oh, okay, so it was 100. Yeah, my bad. It wasn't 50 something. It was that was 100 different covers. Crazy, right? They went ham. But this one here, also issue 1, super sick. I love it. I just love looking at the artwork, and this is my favorite one, bro. This one is sick. Look at that fucking artwork. How tight is that, dude? Look at that guy. He is freaking out. I'd be freaking out. Oh my god. Anyway, that one's really cool. That's my favorite one. I think this was the priciest one too. I think maybe this was the most expensive one I had to buy. It was like, I don't know, maybe $10 or something. I don't know. Here's some other ones. These are issue 2. We're just getting into the different issues now. Issue 3, issue 4, 5. This one, like, sorry for that focus. That's really annoying. This is one I kept up with quite well. Like I was really into this one. I kept up with it for quite a while, you know. It was a great series, you know. And then we have that one. And then I get into. And that's it. Okay, so anyway. But anyway, that's my Godzilla comic books. You know, not a ton of them, but still, like, pretty cool. I think the different covers of that one. I was obsessed with trying to get. You know, quite a few of those. I wasn't trying to get all of them, but I just wanted to get all the variations that I wanted to get. The one variation of him stepping on the store, and then I wanted to try to get all the other ones that weren't that, you know. And I got quite a few, if not all of them. I'm not totally for sure, but they're super sick. I like those quite a bit. I don't think I have any other Godzilla stuff at all. No. Okay, that's for comic books. However, if comic books enough and you want a book, then I have this. This is called Godzilla on My Mind, 50 Years of the King of Monsters, and basically it's just this author's experience with the series, and basically talking about it is basically about just sort of the impact and overall cultural impact and pop culture impact of Godzilla, and just sort of a reflection on the series and the character as a whole. It's really it's very well done. It's very good, and I like it a lot. So if you want to read about Godzilla, and there's plenty of Godzilla books out there, plenty of Godzilla literature, but this is just one that I really thought was really nice. It's called Godzilla on My Mind. Very cool book. Yeah, so check this out. And if that still wasn't enough reading material for you, I have Godzilla magazines. These were, let me see if I can find them. Where are they at? Let's see here. Where the hell are they? Okay, here we go. There we go. This first one here is kind of destroyed. So, and actually, no, this was not bad. One of them I have was in really terrible condition. Anyway, so if you wanted even more Godzilla literature, then you could go to this. I don't know if this is even around anymore, but what this is this is a G-Fan. Okay, this is a fan-made Godzilla magazine that I had a subscription to in the 2000s when I worked at the video store. I discovered this, and on the internet they had a website, and I subscribed to it, and I was getting these monthly. And basically, it's all a fan-made magazine. From what I remember, it was all fan-made, and they do all types of different things where they they would go over the movies and the scenes and go in depth about trivia and what everything it took to make these. And they talked about other stuff too. It wasn't just Godzilla; it was mostly Godzilla. They would talk about toys, all types of stuff, like interviews with a lot of people who worked on the movies, and all types of stuff, you know, comic books, talking about artwork, and just you know, this sort of stuff, all just kaiju stuff in general, you know what I mean? But it was mostly all centered around Godzilla, and always had these really cool different art for each issue. Right, there's another one. See, so yeah, this is it's really cool. They would go into all types of different stuff. Oh, this looks like that guy that was oh no, I know what that is. Anyway, but so anyway, they would go into all types of stuff. These were really, really cool, and I don't even know if they're still around. I have no idea if this is still around. I doubt it, because it was such a niche thing back then. So I have a hard time I'd have a hard time believing it's still around, but hey, I mean, who knows? Like, they talk about toys. It's like got toy guides, all types of stuff within these. But yeah, it was called G-Fan, and I had a year subscription to this, so I would get them every month for a couple of years, I think. Look at that goofy pig. He looks so goofy in this one. He looks like he's saying hey. But look at that. Super sick. Godzilla games and good. So I think they were talking about like maybe the video games. They were probably talking about the video games or board games, stuff like that. They would always have like movie reviews. Oh look, it has games. It's like oh, what is this? Oh, this is not like a game. This is a schedule for I guess a convention or something. I don't know, but yeah, look at that fan art. They would have fan art, stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was a cool magazine. Got another one. Yep, G-Fan. Got another issue of that one. Weird. I don't remember that. This is the one that got destroyed. I think it got left out in the rain, unfortunately, or I don't remember what happened to it. Something got spilled on it, but I got him fighting. Jet Jaguar. And then we have this one right here. Pretty cool. I think it's all the G-Fan that I have, actually. I don't have every one of my head left, just a handful left from back then. Okay, next I have like famous monsters with Godzilla covers. If they were, I don't even think this. It has an article, King Kong versus Godzilla. See, it's got articles of Godzilla, which is why I kept it. And I honestly had more. I used to have so much more of these. I was really big. Yeah, I've told the story before on like stream and stuff, but basically when I worked this video store, every time I would get a paycheck, I would go and probably spend $40 on magazines or something like that. I would go and I would get an issue of Famous Monsters, Fangoria. I would get Heavy Metal. I would get the Onion newspaper. We had the physical Onion at this video store, and some like game, I think like Play magazine or IGN or whatever, EGM, stuff like that. But like every paycheck I would do that. So I had a ton of these, and a lot of them have been lost over the years, but Famous Monsters would often do Godzilla stuff. Like it was just like they would constantly have Godzilla covers or articles or stuff about Godzilla. It was kind of it was very common, you know what I mean? Like, so I would get a lot of those. Unfortunately, like I said, I only have a couple of those left. Literally only a couple. So, let me see if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Old Playboys. There's the Heavy Metals. Yeah, I don't see any more. But anyway, yes, that was an interesting thing. But anyway, the Famous Monsters was one that was very common. But G-Fan, I don't know how many people knew about this, but like there was literally like these zines that were like fan made, and they were pretty cool. And you could get subscriptions to them. Very cool. I don't think you could even buy them. I guess you could buy them in stores. I never saw them in stores. I just found them on the internet. So those are pretty cool. I like those a lot. Okay, let's get into my Blu-rays and DVDs, which I'll go downstairs for the rest of them and be bothering Q, who's probably trying to read down there. But before we do that, let me show this one off. This is a Criterion box set that came out a couple years back, and this was my Christmas present that year from Q. This is probably one of my favorite things, if not my favorite Godzilla thing that I own. I love this. I never touch it. I keep it. I don't watch them. I don't watch the Blu-rays. It's a display on my shelf, and I really love it. But I do like checking it out. This was a huge book box set of Godzilla, and it is a specific like era of films, right? It was the show era, right? So this is right here. See, it says 1954 to 1975. Every movie from those years, so you can see the contents here, right? And you got a lot of articles talking about the typical Criterion quality, but they went just overboard with this like beautiful artwork and things. I mean, look at this, right? Beautiful artwork and everything, and all these little articles and everything talking about it. So here's basically like how it works. This is for the first movie, you get a description. It tells you the runtime, what year it came out, and like a description, and sort of just talking like this is how, like that Criterion essay, I guess, where they really go into details and kind of talk about the importance of it and things like that. And then you have Godzilla rates again. This is the next one. You know, after that, the second one, which is very, and each one of them have their own just beautiful artwork that goes along with it. Let's see, Godzilla vs. King Kong. It's crazy that that was the third movie. Mothra. Bro, that is so sick. Yeah, the three-headed monster. You know, a lot of just really beautiful art. I love this collection so much. And you might be like, yeah, well, where's the movies? Well, they're coming. They're in the back here. We'll get to those because that's a whole another like conversation. So this is all the sort of that classic era, you know. Beautiful. Like, I love these. I don't even like mess touching it that much because I'm like, it's too cool. This movie, holy shit, All Monsters Attack. Oh my god. You talk about one of the craziest, weirdest Godzilla movies, and arguably, I mean, I think famously, like, people think it's the worst one, but there's a lot I like about this one. And there's some dialogue in this one that is some of the funniest dialogue in any Godzilla movie. But this is my favorite. Again, Hidoro is my favorite enemy. This big slime, like smog and just sludge, you know. It's a very like pollution environmentalist like take on Godzilla, and also a very hippie take. There's a lot of like psychedelic themes in this one because it came out in 71, so it was just off the heels of like the 60s and things like that. It's very cool. It's one of my favorite Godzilla movies. Gigan, which is really cool. Megalon. You have Mechagodzilla, which is awesome. Terror of Mechagodzilla, and it's really cool. So this is also, so this is my, you know, I was talking about that red one was my favorite piece of Godzilla artwork. I think this is my second favorite. This is probably my second favorite of all time. I think this is just such an incredible piece here. Like this, it's so good. But you have your acknowledgments, special thanks, all this stuff. And then here is the movies. Let's open this up. And here's all of our movies here, okay? So they're all, not all of them on their own disc, but as you can see, they're all here. So it's all in one big like booklet and everything. I think that's really cool. And for my third favorite piece of artwork, that one right there, boom. So cool. Shit, I got empties. I need to throw those away. Anyway, look at that. Look how sick that looks. But this is my, my Criterion Godzilla collection. That was a gift from Q. I love this so much. It's one of my favorite things I own. So, yeah, those are the Blu-rays. So let's go look downstairs at the other Blu-rays and DVDs I got. Okay, so on my way down to look at the DVDs, I just remembered I have another poster here, a print of some Godzilla artwork for the first movie, just hanging on the wall. On the way downstairs, I kind of forget this is here. I'm so used to it being here. But anyway, this is another print. And this one's really cool too. I think this is like some American artwork from the first movie, if I'm not mistaken. And then the stupid Amelie artwork. I don't know whose that is. Okay, so here's a very small Blu-ray collection of Godzilla. I don't have a ton of the Blu-rays, but for a little while I was buying these at Walmart, actually. I think some of these aren't open. Yeah, this one's not even open because they were putting these out, these double features, for pretty cheap, you know, on like their bargain bin or whatever. And I'd pick them up whenever I could because every once in a while they'd have one that had a movie that I didn't have on like disc, or they would start, I think they would start having movies that I typically could not find on anything but VHS. So I started kind of picking those up, like this one, for example. And then like I said, the double features were kind of nice. You know, I was just trying to build up more Godzilla movies on a format that I didn't have any on yet. You know, just kind of try to build that collection. And then of course, Shin Godzilla, which is like one of the best Godzilla movies. Such a good movie. This one really was like the best one since the first one, I would argue. But anyway, so there's the small Blu-rays. Down here is my little Godzilla DVD section on the movie shelf. This is the whole big ass movie shelf here, but I have some interesting ones here. I think these are in order of release. I think I actually did organize these. Or, yeah, these are all in order, but not everything is on, was released. So I have a couple interesting ones though. For the first interesting one is this one, Godzilla and Other Movie Monsters. I got this, well, not only for this weird artwork, because it has that, but it also has Bambi versus Godzilla, which is a short I think they would play in front of movies or something, where basically it has this nice music. It has Bambi grazing, and then Godzilla's foot just squishes him. But like, it was always a thing I think would play before some movies or something. But that was like, it was finally like put on DVD, so I got this. This is also at the video store. And this is Gojira. This is basically right here. This is a copy of this right here. Came in a rental case, so I'm not sure, fully sure the specific release, which release this is. But this is the American version and the Japanese version, and it's a really cool release. Has some good features and all that. It's a very nice one, but I'm not totally sure what the release is because I don't have the original box, but it's a really good one. It's a very good release. And then I would come across these really weird ones that they were releasing at the time I worked at the video store, like Raids Again. These really nice book. They got that little hologram sticker and all this. These were nice copies of some of the Godzilla movies, particularly the earlier ones, like Godzilla Raids Again. These are nice copies. Let me show you. Like, they had these like hard, you hear that opening? It's like a hard cardboard book type case, I like these a lot. They didn't have them for every movie, but the ones that they did, I think I went and I bought all the ones that I could find, which was 4 of them. As a matter of fact, like this one here isn't even open. I never even opened this one. It's still got the little sleeve and everything, but I liked these releases. I thought those were really cool. Destroy All Monsters this is an interesting one as well, because this release, I don't remember picking this up. 50th anniversary of Destroy All Monsters. I don't remember where I got this or when this came out, but bro, this one here, when I saw that this came out, I shit myself, because like this was one of those that you couldn't find, but only on VHS. Like, I could not find a DVD copy of this anywhere. Like, it just didn't exist. I don't think there was one, right? And then this came out, and I don't know what the heck happened, but I think that it's possible that this release did not get like full licenses or something for it, because these got like pulled or something. Like, you could not find these after it wasn't very long, and like you couldn't find them anymore. I don't know if I think I remember something. I'm trying to just recollect. I should have probably looked this up before I made the video, but I swear I'm remembering like that they just got like pulled, like you couldn't find them, and then when you did, they were expensive or something. I don't know for sure, but I'm glad I got mine. It's just Toho scope, so I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know what the deal with this is. It looks like it was distributed by Toho or something. I don't know, or what's that? I don't know. Don't ask me, but I just remember like these like disappeared. You couldn't find them anywhere. And I don't know, maybe I'm remembering that wrong. I could be making this whole shit up. But anyway, yeah, so that was that one, and then I got this one later on, Destroy All Monsters. That's like the first big one where all the monsters were like in one movie, so that was a big deal one. And then I got some more double features, things like that. I really like the double features and everything. They often have like some cool artwork on them. And they're just good packs, This one here's a triple feature. You end up having like the same movie 8 times because it's in different packages with another movie that you want. So it's pretty interesting. So I basically I own every Godzilla movie in some form or fashion, except for the new American ones, because I didn't like those. And obviously like the newest one that just came out, obviously. And real quick before my battery's dying, I have this Godzilla Criterion copy, which is also again one of my favorites. Super cool. It's a great copy of Godzilla, and it also has something cool inside. On the inside of this, when you open it up, it's got like a pop-up or something. I remember. Yeah, see, it's got like a pop-up thing of Godzilla, really cool. But this was like, I think I remember the first Criterion copy. Criterion loves Godzilla. First Criterion copy that I can remember of Godzilla, and this is the Blu-ray of it. It's a really good copy and has a lot of good features and things like that. So I'm pretty sure. Oh no, that's not all I got. I got more over here. Over here, I have a few other things. We got some like, you know, there's definitely going to be some like some of the public domains one or something on some of these collections. But this was the first collection, like box set of Godzilla that I got. They actually sold these at Walmart. I was, you know, pretty young when I picked these up. It's not a bad box set, but they're all the American versions. They're not great. It's kind of a cheaper box set, but it's not bad. I mean, it got the job done for what I wanted at the time. Of course, here's that Godzilla coin thing I was talking about. Oh fuck, he's still got batteries in him. He's trying to come out and get a coin that isn't there. Holy shit, I didn't think he had any life left in him. Anyway, so there's that, and I got the Destroya here, little figurine chilling, and I think that's basically all of it I have for Blu-ray and DVDs. I think most other things are not, yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet. So yeah, that's basically it over here. But so that's it for the DVDs and Blu-rays. So basically all there is. I also have this thing on my light switch. I always forget about that. Another little trinket that I've just acquired. I don't even remember where I got it, but anyway, so that's pretty much it. Of course, I'm going to always forget something. I'm sure there's some more Godzilla stuff that I have that I cannot remember, but if it pops up, maybe I'll say something, or I don't know, correct the video or something. But I'm pretty sure this is all my Godzilla stuff, and by the time I got to the very end of editing the entire video, I forgot I also have this. I knew I was going to forget something. I'm using my phone for this one, so yeah, excuse the quality, but this thing looks like brand new. It's like a Game Boy Advanced game. It's very fun. It reminds me of King of the Monsters. Anyway, I knew I was going to forget something. Here it is. Like, this thing is sick, right? But yeah, of course, I knew it. And this, oh my god, I keep forgetting that I have more stuff. Ugh. Yes, this Game Boy game, Godzilla on Game Boy, where he's like, looks like the cute, like, cutesy, they look like babies, and it's a really good puzzle game. This is a great game if you like puzzle games. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all of it. That's a lot of Godzilla shit, but yeah, so I'm sure I missed something, but anyway, that's all it is. So I hope you enjoyed this little collection video. I enjoy doing these. I think they're pretty fun, and maybe we'll talk about a different collection next time, like maybe Lucy or something else. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.